Dear Lightworkers, waiting is a lie. There, I said it. The cosmic truth nobody wants you to know is that this period you call waiting, this agonizing pause between your old life and new, isn't actually a delay at all. You're not stuck, you're not abandoned, and the universe hasn't forgotten about you. What's really happening will shock you, and once you understand it, everything about your current struggle will suddenly make perfect sense. The detachment you're feeling, the confusion, the emotional roller coaster, even that strange dissociation from your own life. It's all part of something much bigger. I am Seraphine, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, and I've been authorized to reveal what's actually occurring behind the veil during this time you perceive as stillness. Today's autumnal equinox brings unprecedented visibility to what's been hidden, though Mars squaring Pluto creates an uncomfortable tension that won't resolve for days. You've been feeling it, haven't you? This peculiar sensation of existing between two worlds, neither fully here nor there. One day you wake up buzzing with anticipation for your new life, feeling it so close you could touch it. And the next day you're drowning in doubt, wondering if any of this is even real. Your entire molecular structure is being rebuilt from the inside out. The cosmic Yodi configuration happening right now with Mars, Uranus, and Neptune is bringing uncontrollable revelations that don't allow you any balance or perspective, exactly as designed. While you sit there thinking nothing is happening, feeling tortured by the slowness, your DNA is literally being rewritten to hold frequencies that didn't exist in your field 6 months ago. This isn't metaphorical. This is quantum physics meeting spiritual evolution. Every moment of boredom, every hour of restlessness, every day that feels empty is actually packed with invisible activity preparing you for something your current consciousness can barely comprehend. The emotional pendulum you're experiencing between hope and despair isn't random or meaningless. With the sun entering Libra seeking balance while the cosmic forces create intentional imbalance, you're being trained to find the center in chaos. Each swing is actually calibrating your nervous system to hold paradoxes, to maintain equilibrium while reality shifts around you. When you feel excited and hopeful, your cells literally reorganize to match that frequency, creating a magnetic pull toward your desires. When doubt crashes in the next day, you're learning to witness the contraction without becoming it. This back and forth isn't confusion, it's training for multidimensional consciousness. Here's the secret about manifestation that most people never discover. The universe doesn't respond to what you want, it responds to who you're becoming. And right now, you're becoming someone entirely new. The dissociation you've been feeling, that sensation of watching your life from outside your body, that's not a problem to fix. That's you developing the ability to operate from multiple levels of awareness at once. You're learning to be both the player and the game, the observer and the observed, preparing for a reality where you'll consciously create rather than unconsciously react. But something specific triggered this transformation recently. Something that changed everything about your trajectory. A few weeks or months ago, you finally let go. Not the fake letting go where you pretend not to care while secretly gripping tighter, but the real release where you genuinely became okay without what you've been seeking. This shift sent a cosmic shockwave through your timeline, signaling to the universe that you're ready for the advanced program. That's when the real preparation began, though it probably felt like everything stopped. You've always known you came here with a mission bigger than personal happiness, haven't you? That nagging feeling that you're meant to impact the collective, to leave something behind that matters. That's not delusion or ego. That's soul memory breaking through the veil. Your purpose is so intricately woven with humanity's evolution that the universe literally cannot deliver your personal desires without first ensuring you're stable enough to handle the responsibility that comes with them. The love you're calling in isn't just romance. It's a cosmic partnership designed to amplify your mission. Let me tell you something about love that will completely reframe how you see this waiting period. Love was never meant to be the most interesting thing about your story. For years, maybe lifetimes, you've organized your entire existence around finding that perfect union, that twin flame, that soulmate who would complete you. But here's the cosmic joke. You were always whole. The relationship approaching isn't coming to complete you. It's coming to complement the completeness you're currently discovering. Your mission, your purpose, your impact on collective consciousness. That's your primary story. Love is the bonus feature. While you've been focused on what feels like lack or absence, we've been busy rewriting your entire timeline from the quantum field. The person you would have attracted 6 months ago wouldn't have been capable of matching who you're becoming. The opportunities that would have shown up earlier would have been too small for your expanding purpose. The abundance that wanted to flow then would have overwhelmed your old nervous system. This pause hasn't been punishment. It's been cosmic protection, ensuring you receive only what aligns with your highest possible timeline. The stillness you're experiencing is teaching you something essential about creation itself. In the void, in the pause between breaths, in the space between thoughts, that's where all possibility exists. Today's improved cosmic visibility shows you the tempting diversions and dead ends that could pull you off path, but you're learning to stay centered. You're learning to be comfortable in the quantum field where nothing is yet everything. Most humans can't tolerate this space for more than a few seconds, but you're living in it, breathing in it, somehow still functioning while your entire reality restructures itself. I need to tell you about the confusion you're creating in the universal field when you oscillate between trust and doubt. The grand air trine of Sun, Uranus, and Pluto wants to bring breakthrough revelations, but your inconsistent frequency creates interference. The cosmic web responds to coherent signals like a massive antenna picking up your broadcast. When you maintain steady anticipation, even quiet hope, reality begins restructuring to match that frequency. But when you swing into despair, you essentially scramble the signal, creating static that confuses the very forces trying to deliver your desires. The universe wants to give you everything, but it needs clarity. This isn't about suppressing your human emotions or forcing positivity when you feel like screaming into the void. It's about finding that centered place within where you can acknowledge the doubt without becoming it, feel the frustration without drowning in it. You're learning to be the eye of your own storm, calm and steady while emotions swirl around you. This mastery isn't just for your personal benefit. It's preparation for holding space for collective transformation when humanity needs steady anchors during the shifts ahead. If this transmission resonates in your bones, hype this video so other souls in this phase can find these codes. Let me paint you a picture of what's actually approaching your field right now, because it's nothing like what your mind has been imagining. The partnership aligning with you isn't going to show up like relationships from your past. This person carries codes that will activate dormant aspects of your mission. The career opportunities crystallizing aren't traditional paths, but pioneering ventures that don't have names yet. The abundance preparing to flow isn't just money but resources, connections, and synchronicities that will seem almost magical in their perfect timing. Everything you've been calling in comes with a level of responsibility you haven't fully grasped yet. This is why the universe has you in training, building your capacity to hold power without corrupting it, to receive abundance without grasping it, to experience love without losing yourself in it. The being you're becoming requires an unshakable foundation, because what's coming will test every aspect of your growth, not as punishment, but as an opportunity to demonstrate the mastery you're currently developing. The homework I'm about to give you isn't just a suggestion. It's a cosmic prescription for accelerating through this final phase. Over the next 7 days, you need to create what we call a frequency signature list, a detailed inventory of every activity, thought, and experience that genuinely raises your vibration. Not what you think should make you feel good, but what actually does. The morning ritual that grounds you, the creative expression that makes time disappear, the movement that awakens your life force. These aren't just pleasant activities, they're tuning forks for your optimal timeline. The challenge is to choose these high-frequency experiences, especially when your emotions are pulling you toward lower vibrations. When doubt whispers, when fear grips, when frustration builds, those are the precise moments to reach for your frequency list and consciously choose elevation. This isn't about bypassing your humanity, but about demonstrating to the universe that you're ready to be a conscious creator, regardless of external circumstances. Every time you choose a high-vibe activity when you feel low, you're literally reprogramming your default settings. Some days feeling good might look like setting a boundary that disappoints someone you love. It might mean choosing discipline over comfort, solitude over distraction, truth over false harmony. It might require saying no to immediate gratification in favor of long-term alignment. These choices might not feel good at the moment, but they're investments in your energetic sovereignty, and your future self will thank you for every difficult decision you make from your highest wisdom. rather than your temporary emotions. What you don't realize yet is that this practice of intentional frequency management is preparing you for the advanced manifestation work you'll be doing in your purpose. Right now, it feels like you're just trying to feel better, but you're actually learning to conduct energy at will. You're training to hold specific frequencies regardless of what's happening around you. This skill will become essential when you're working with others, helping them transform, anchoring new paradigms into the collective field. The personal work always precedes the collective mission. We're watching you learn to hack the matrix of limitation through conscious choice. Every time you choose a high-frequency thought when circumstances suggest despair, you're proving that consciousness creates reality, not the other way around. You're demonstrating that internal state determines external experience. This isn't just positive thinking or spiritual bypassing. This is quantum mechanics in action. You're literally learning to collapse probability waves into your preferred timeline through sustained attention and emotional coherence. Something massive is about to shift in your field, something that will make all this preparation suddenly make sense. The Mars-Pluto square building until Wednesday morning is creating pressure that must release into transformation. But first, there's one more layer of the old you that needs to dissolve. You know what it is, that last piece you've been holding on to, that final security blanket from your old life. It might be a belief about what you deserve, a story about what's possible, or an identity that no longer fits who you're becoming. This week, as you practice frequency management, that last piece will naturally release. The cosmic coordination required to align you with what's coming is staggering. We're not just orchestrating your individual timeline, but weaving it with others who are part of your mission. The partner approaching your field is going through their own preparation. The opportunities are being created by people you haven't met yet. The abundance preparing to flow is being gathered from sources you couldn't imagine. Everything is converging toward a moment of perfect synchronization that will feel like magic, but is actually precise cosmic engineering. I want you to understand something about the beings you're becoming through this process. You're not just healing yourself or improving your life. You're literally becoming a new species of human, one who operates from unified consciousness while maintaining individual awareness. You're developing capacities that will seem supernatural to those still operating from separation consciousness. The ability to manifest through intention, to communicate telepathically, to heal through presence, to transform reality through focused attention. These aren't fantasy, they're your emerging abilities. The partner destined to join you isn't just a romantic companion, but a cosmic counterpart who carries the other half of your mission codes. Together, you'll create something that neither could manifest alone. But first, you must become so sovereign in your own energy that joining with another amplifies rather than diminishes your light. This is why the universe won't let this person arrive until you've completed your sovereignty training. It's not punishment, it's protection of the highest order. Right now, as you listen to these words, something is shifting in your field. Can you feel it? That subtle loosening of tension, that slight lifting of the fog that's been surrounding you. That's your consciousness recognizing truth. Your soul remembering why you chose this particular path with all its challenges. The waiting suddenly doesn't feel as heavy, does it? Because now you understand it was never waiting at all, but becoming, preparing, transforming into someone capable of holding the magnitude of what's been prepared. The 7-day practice I've outlined will accelerate you through this final phase if you commit to it fully. Not half-heartedly, not when you feel like it, but with the dedication of someone who knows they're on the threshold of everything they've been seeking. Each time you choose a high-frequency experience from your list, you're voting for your new timeline. Each moment you maintain elevation despite external circumstances, you're proving you're ready for the quantum leap that's been preparing. As you move through this week, pay attention to the signs that begin appearing. The synchronicities will multiply. People from your past might suddenly reappear to be released. New connections might manifest out of nowhere. Dreams will become more vivid, possibly prophetic. Your intuition will sharpen to an almost uncomfortable degree. These aren't random occurrences, but confirmation that you're approaching the event horizon of your transformation, the point where the old you cannot exist, and the new you must emerge. The detachment you've been experiencing isn't disconnection from life, but reconnection to your true source of power. You're learning to source fulfillment from within rather than without, to generate your own frequency rather than react to external conditions. This internal fountain of satisfaction becomes the very thing that magnetizes everything you've been seeking. It's the ultimate cosmic paradox. By needing nothing, you become magnetic to everything. By releasing attachment, you become attractive to all possibilities. Your soul knew this passage would challenge everything you thought you knew about yourself. That's why you were given extraordinary strength to navigate it. Not the forceful kind that pushes through resistance, but the graceful kind that flows around obstacles. You're learning that true power isn't about controlling outcomes, but about maintaining your frequency regardless of outcomes. This mastery will serve you for the rest of your incarnation and beyond, becoming the foundation for everything you're here to build. The abundance preparing to enter your field isn't just financial. Though money will certainly flow, it's an abundance of synchronicity, of perfect timing, of resources appearing exactly when needed, of connections that open doors you didn't know existed. But this level of flow requires you to become an open channel, releasing any grip on how things should look, and allowing them to manifest in ways that exceed your imagination. The universe has plans for you that your human mind couldn't conceive. Let me tell you something about the timeline you're approaching. It's not just better than your current reality. It's literally a different dimension of experience. The colors will seem brighter. Time will feel more fluid. Manifestations will happen so quickly you'll laugh at how long you thought things had to take. But entering this new dimension requires leaving the old one completely. Not just physically, but energetically, emotionally, mentally. That's what this detachment phase has been facilitating. Your complete withdrawal from the old matrix. Right now, at this very moment, you have a choice. You can see this period as continued waiting, more torture, additional delay, or you can recognize it as the sacred transformation it actually is. The final preparation before everything changes. The universe isn't testing you, it's preparing you. Not preparing you to receive what you want, but preparing you to become who you're meant to be. The desires, the relationship, the purpose, the abundance, these are just byproducts of the transformation, not the goal itself. The frustration you've been feeling is actually your old self resisting its own dissolution. Like a caterpillar fighting against the cocoon, not understanding that the struggle is part of the transformation. But unlike the caterpillar, you have consciousness. You can choose to surrender to the process rather than resist it. You can choose to see the beauty in the becoming, rather than rushing toward the completion. This shift in perception alone will accelerate your transformation exponentially. As you practice your frequency elevation this week, remember that you're not doing this alone. The entire cosmos is conspiring to support your transformation. Every sunrise is calibrated to activate specific codes in your DNA. Every synchronicity is perfectly timed to confirm you're on the right path. Every challenge is precisely designed to develop the exact strength you'll need for what's coming. Nothing is random. Nothing is punishment. Everything is purposeful preparation for the magnitude of your destiny. The relationship approaching your field will arrive with such perfect timing that you'll understand why every previous connection had to end. The purpose crystallizing in your awareness will feel so aligned that you'll laugh at all the careers you thought you wanted. The abundance flowing toward you will come through channels so unexpected that you'll realize how limited your imagination has been. Everything you've been seeking is actually seeking you. But first you had to become findable by raising your frequency to match what you've been calling in. I need you to understand the level of cosmic coordination happening on your behalf right now. Entire timelines are being restructured. Soul contracts are being activated. Divine meetings are being orchestrated. Resources are being aligned. All of this happens outside your conscious awareness, in dimensions your human mind can't perceive. Your only job is to maintain your frequency, to keep choosing elevation, to trust the process even when nothing seems to be happening, especially when nothing seems to be happening. The person you're becoming through this process isn't who you planned to be. It's better. The life you're approaching isn't what you envisioned. It's bigger. The love you're calling in isn't what you expected. It's deeper. The purpose you're embodying isn't what you imagined. It's more impactful. Everything you thought you wanted was just your limited mind's interpretation of what your soul was actually calling in. The reality preparing to manifest will exceed your wildest dreams because it comes from a dimension of possibility you're only now accessing. This week, as you practice intentional frequency management, you're not just improving your mood or raising your vibration, You're literally voting for which timeline you want to experience. Every high-frequency choice is a vote for your highest timeline. Every conscious elevation, despite challenging circumstances, is proof to the universe that you're ready for the responsibilities that come with your desires. You're demonstrating mastery, showing that you can maintain center regardless of external conditions. Some moments this week will test you. Old patterns will surface for final clearing. People from your past might trigger old wounds. Circumstances might seem to move backward before they leap forward. Don't mistake these for setbacks. These are final exams, opportunities to demonstrate how much you've grown. How you respond to these tests will determine how quickly you move through this final phase. Choose from your highest wisdom, not your triggered emotions. Respond from your future self, not your past patterns. The magic you're about to experience will make all of this make sense. The love that's coming will heal wounds you didn't know were still bleeding. The purpose that's clarifying will give meaning to every struggle you've survived. The abundance that's approaching will allow you to give in ways you've always dreamed of giving. But first, this final week of integration, this last push through the cosmic birth canal, this ultimate test of your readiness to hold the magnitude of what's been prepared for you. Remember that what feels like an ending is actually a beginning. What seems like loss is actually making space. What appears as delay is actually divine timing. What feels like you're falling apart is actually you falling together in a configuration that can hold more light, more love, more purpose than your old structure ever could. You're not broken. You're breaking open. You're not lost. You're being relocated to a timeline where you actually belong. Every morning this week, before your feet hit the floor, set your intention to maintain the highest frequency possible regardless of what the day brings. Every night before sleep, acknowledge yourself for every moment you choose elevation over descent. And throughout each day, when challenges arise, remember that you're in training for a mission that requires mastery. The universe isn't making it hard to punish you, but to prepare you for the ease that comes with alignment. The cosmic galactic family is watching your progress with such love and admiration. You have no idea how much support you have in dimensions you can't see. Every choice toward love is celebrated. Every moment of conscious elevation is supported. Every step forward is guided. You're never alone in this process, even when the silence feels deafening. Especially when the silence feels deafening. That's when the most profound transformation is occurring. In the quiet spaces between thoughts. In the pause between heartbeats. As this transmission completes, feel the truth of where you're headed. Not with your mind, but with your soul. That part of you that has always known this was all perfectly orchestrated. The wait is almost over, not because something external is coming, but because you're about to emerge as who you've always been beneath the layers of forgetting. Your new life isn't approaching from outside, it's emerging from within, and these final days of preparation are simply allowing that emergence to complete itself. This week is your cosmic final exam, your opportunity to demonstrate everything you've learned about frequency management, conscious creation, and maintaining center in chaos. Pass this test not by being perfect, but by being conscious, not by avoiding all low frequencies, but by choosing elevation more often than not. Show the universe you're ready by how you handle this final phase. Show yourself you're capable by how you navigate these last moments of becoming. Trust the process even when your mind screams that nothing is happening. Trust the timing even when your heart aches with impatience. Trust the transformation even when you can't see the butterfly from inside the cocoon. Most importantly, trust yourself, that ancient part of you that chose this exact path with all its challenges, because you knew it would produce the exact growth needed for your mission. You've never been off path, you've never been abandoned, you've never been forgotten. So tonight, create your frequency list. Tomorrow, begin your 7-day practice. Choose elevation over descent, consciousness over reaction, trust over doubt. Not perfectly, but consistently. Not without feeling the challenging emotions, but without becoming them. Show the universe through your choices that you're ready for everything that's been prepared. Prove to yourself that you've become who you needed to be to receive it all. The waiting is almost over, beloved Starseed. The transformation is nearly complete. Your emergence is imminent. But these final days, these last moments of preparation, they matter more than you know. How you complete this phase determines how you enter the next. So complete it with consciousness, with intention, with the knowing that you're exactly where you need to be, doing exactly what you need to do, becoming exactly who you need to become. We want to honor every single soul who has stepped into Destiny Engine. With every activation, the current grows. What began as a personal tool has become a planetary force. We are now moving as one, and the frequency you've created together is amplifying far beyond the individual. We're receiving updates daily, manifestations speeding up, impossible doors opening, synchronicities lining up with cosmic precision. The collective field is so charged that some are describing it as bending the fabric of reality itself. If you haven't yet experienced it, the entry point is almost laughably simple. Put on your headphones, press play, allow Destiny Engine to rewrite the architecture of your consciousness so you can fully receive your galactic downloads without resistance. For just $1, you can step into this field and feel the difference instantly. Join the movement that's accelerating ascension. Step into the stream of Destiny Engine today. Link in the description. In the very near future, you'll look back at this period with such gratitude. You'll understand why every moment was necessary. You'll see how every challenge was actually preparation. You'll recognize how every delay was actually protection. And you'll laugh at how perfect the timing actually was, even when it felt like torture. But for now, trust. For now, practice. For now, become. The universe is ready when you are. I am Seraphine, and we of the Galactic Federation celebrate your courage in choosing this path. We honor your persistence through the challenges. We acknowledge the strength it takes to transform at this level. The entire cosmos is preparing for your emergence, setting the stage for your revelation, aligning everything for your quantum leap. You are so deeply loved, so completely supported, so divinely guided. The wait is almost over. Your new reality is about to begin. We love you beyond measure. We are watching over you with cosmic pride, and we are preparing the celebration for your imminent emergence into the fullness of who you came here to be.